So I know this is late, but we're going to talk about everything that happened at Wrestlemania and after Wrestlemania. The reason I waited for this video is because you can see for yourself that there was a lot more that happened after Wrestlemania than it happened at Wrestlemania. So we're going to go through everything that happened starting at Wrestlemania Night 1. So my prediction for Jey Uso versus Gunther was obviously right. Everyone knew Jey Uso was going to win. And my prediction for the main event of Night 1 was wrong and right at the same time, because I did predict that Roman Reigns would get pinned, and he did, because Triple H just wants to bury him. But I did say that Paul Heyman joining Seth Rollins would be the dumbest thing they could do, and it makes no sense, and I stand by it, even though people like what's going on. People also like John Cena's heel turn, and look where we are now. So I would say that it was the dumbest thing to do. Not that predicted, was pretty obvious, because they were building up to that. Usually when they build up to something, they end up with a twist and not make it happen, and they just went with this. So it was pretty predictable that Paul Heyman turned on both Punk and Roman Reigns and joined Seth Rollins. So what happened afterwards is what I want to discuss more. After that, it was Braun Breaker joined Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. I felt like this was supposed to be Roman's redemption arc, where now Roman finally starts getting back at them, starts getting his win back. But now they just bring up Braun Breaker, and obviously they're not going to make Roman Reigns beat Braun Breaker, so they're going to have him lose to him. So I would much rather prefer them not to have a one-on-one match just yet. Maybe wait until Roman's actually going to retire, then he could probably lose to him. But for now, I would say avoid it. If you do want to make Braun Breaker look good, then just have him beat CM Punk. Why are we booking CM Punk like some kind of Superman? He was never really booked that strong before he left. Like, he was booked strong, right? But not this much. Like, now he's being booked as an equal to Roman Reigns. No man that has been in AEW should be booked as an equal to the tribal chief. No one. If Vince was still around, he would never allow this to happen. And these are part of the reasons I miss Vince. People are also saying that they're going to have another member in the group and make it like another evolution. How they're probably going to get Austin Theory. I think it's going to happen. They're probably going to get Austin Theory. But I personally feel like they don't need another member. But they probably will, because they do everything the fans say. So I think Austin Theory is going to join them. And let's move on to night 2 of WrestleMania. So Drew ended up beating Damian Priest, and they had no other option, because come on, why would Drew lose to Damian Priest? I'm gonna laugh about that. But yeah, thank God Drew finally got his win. And so the main event of night 2 was obviously very underwhelming. Everyone thought it was very underwhelming. The Rock didn't come out. They already had Austin come out before, which kind of told the story how Austin's not gonna come out in the main, because why would he come out before, right? He's not gonna come out in the main event now. But that still had us hoping that maybe The Rock is still going to come out. Maybe they have other plans, like they have Randy Orton getting involved and then turning heel, something like that. But we got none of that. We only got Travis Scott. So I was like 50-50 about, I wanted John Cena to win because I wanted Cody Rhodes to lose. But I didn't want John Cena to win his 17th as a heel. But obviously it happened, and it happened in the worst way possible, with Travis Scott helping him. And yeah, it was very underwhelming. Everyone said it was underwhelming. I felt like Travis Scott was not needed. They were like, why even have Travis Scott out? Maybe they just wanted Cody to get his get back. But it makes absolutely no sense why Travis is involved, why The Rock is not coming. And then The Rock has the audacity to say that he didn't want to take the shine away from Cody and John Cena. Like, you weren't needed in the first place. John Cena heel turn, that was a big moment in itself. It did not need The Rock. Literally, The Rock being there and maybe The Rock made a little bit of a difference, but Travis Scott made no difference being there. But a John Cena heel turn was just such a big moment that it did not need The Rock there. But he did come in between just to get the shine from John Cena and Cody. And now he says that he doesn't want to take the shine away. So this whole thing by The Rock was just to get his get back from last year, of how Triple H and Cody Rhodes played The Rock last year. And I kind of respect that. I respect that he got his get back, because he did get played. He realized after that, because after people made videos about it, I guess he saw those videos, right? And it was a good get back in his way, because he kind of saved last year's WrestleMania and now he just ruined this year's WrestleMania. He kind of proved to Triple H how Triple H is a fraud as a booker, and how The Rock is needed in the Triple H era. Even though in the Vince era, The Rock was barely around. In the Triple H era, every WrestleMania has revolved around, oh, where is The Rock? This Mania season is dead because The Rock's not here. And all the people saying that, oh, we don't need The Rock anymore. All The Rock needs is one more appearance, and everyone's going to be back at that whole train of, oh, the final boss, let the final boss cook, something like that. So that whole thing was very interesting, of Triple H and The Rock, the ego clash they had. And it kind of confirmed that we're never getting The Rock versus Roman Reigns. So I hope next year's WrestleMania, Roman just has his match with Seth and then just retires, because Roman has nothing left. The longer he stays, the more this noseman is going to try to bury him. So these were my thoughts. I thought the main event of night 2 was underwhelming. The main event of night 1 was very good, very entertaining, except the ending didn't make sense. If the match ended with Roman Reigns stacking both CM Punk and Seth Rollins on top of each other, just like he did with Edge and Daniel Bryan, and just win easily, then it would have been the perfect ending, perfect match, because that's what he should be doing. He's Roman Reigns, right? But even though the ending didn't make sense, but the match was very good, very entertaining match, and the rest of WrestleMania was pretty trash. And just to get a quick prediction on the Randy Orton versus John Cena, I think it's happening too soon, but I think John Cena's gonna slap the referee. That whole thing going around, I think it's gonna happen, just to get that win the same way Randy did back in the day. It's gonna be pretty funny, and I feel like it's gonna leave the door open for them to have one more match with a clean finish. And I think Randy Orton should be John Cena's last opponent, and I think they should both be a babyface going into it. It's going to be nice to see. I hope this is not their last match, but yeah, my prediction is going to end in a DQ. John Cena is going to slap the ref. And this was my review.